Hey guys, it's Mel here. It's week 3 of my diet and nutrition myth busting. It's also the Easter holiday, so I have a little companion over my side. You can just ignore him. He fell over this morning, don't worry. So, first one to kick off this week is obesity is a choice. So I see loads of very opinionated, very judgmental comments from friends, colleagues, people on social media that go, well, it's easy. You just stop putting so much food in your mouth and you get your backside off the sofa and you start exercising. Now, if that's all we had to do, in terms of we hear every week, don't we, that we live in this obesity crisis, if we all just went, okay, I'll just eat a little bit less, I'll just move a little bit more, problem solved, we would have no problem, would we? But clearly that's not the only solution. Now, the first thing is we live in what we call an obesogenic environment. This means our society does not lend itself very well to making good, healthy lifestyle choices in terms of making healthy food choices and getting up and out and being mobile and all those sorts of things. So when we are out and about doing our everyday things of living, when we're not even hungry, we're not even thinking about food, food is shoved under our noses and we're tempted and prompted and triggered all the time. You've got to have cast iron willpower, focus and determination at all times if you've got to say no to those sorts of things. So I totally appreciate that our society often undermines our good intentions. The second and much far bigger, most significant factor is that I've forgotten what I was going to say. There we go. It's our genes, it's our physiology, our biology that determines how hungry we are. So we've got loads of genes that code for our body fatness, for our body weight. So do advise you to go back and check out my first and fourth video, which also explain why eating less and moving more isn't very helpful for the weight loss and how we can't trick our body into not eating. So our genes will determine actually that some people are just hungrier than others. Some people will have a lower metabolism than others. And actually those are fantastic traits that have evolved from when we first arrived on this planet, because that was conducive with survival. Okay?
I'm hungrier.
You're always hungry. So if we are going to say, will we just stop eating? That does not work. We know that with restrictive types of eating behaviours that actually our body will fight back, and when we start losing body fat and change our hormone profile, it will increase our appetite and reduce our metabolism even further. So it's never a choice unless actually, do you know what, someone doesn't give a shit about what you think and they're going to be, I didn't say that in front of him, they're just going to be, my body is my body and I like it the way it is. And that, I think, is amazing to be able to say that in a very judgmental society. Now, what is probably the biggest factor here in relation to what we might call people being in larger bodies or fatter bodies? I don't even like the word overweight. I don't like the word obesity because they're very labelling. And overweight says overweight than normal. Just because you are heavier and in a bigger body or fatter than somebody else does not mean to say that you are unhealthy or abnormal. See, I go off my tangents with this one. Okay, so we know that weight stigma, body discrimination and judgment has a much higher and stronger association with poor eating habits and making poor food choices and having a poor relationship with food than actually the food that goes into our mouth. So if we can stop judging and assuming that fatter people are unhealthy and it's just down to being greedy and lazy, we'd all get along much further in life these days. Thanks very much, guys. I shall see you tomorrow.